に沈む声なき叫び、誰も聞かず堕落の果て、何がの始まり、崩れゆく帝国、その運命、帝国かその運命。闇に沈む声なき叫び、誰も聞かず堕落の果て、何がの始まり、帝国の保養法、その運命。闇に満ちたささやきが心縛りつける、毒された言葉が関係を縛んでゆく。悪意のささやきが真実を隠し、絆を断ち切る。陰湿な陰口が信頼を揺さぶる。後悔と疑惑が絆を傷つける。陰湿な陰口が信頼を揺さぶる。後悔と疑惑が絆を傷つける。陰湿な陰口が信頼を揺さぶる。後悔と疑惑が絆を傷つける。陰湿な陰口が陰湿な言葉が関係を蝕んでゆく。周りのささやき、噂のつける。許されゆく類のささやき、噂の宇宙、真実を隠し、絆を断ち切る。陰湿な陰口が信頼を揺さぶる。後悔と疑惑が絆を傷つける。陰湿な陰口が信頼を揺さぶる。後悔と疑惑が
Daedric took it to 10. Baby bad, hey, couple racks say, couple Grammys on him, couple blacks say, flips off back, hey, throw it back, hey, throw it back. since I began, Funny how you said it was the end, Then I went did it again, I told you long ago on the road I got what they waiting for. I don't run from nothing dark. Get your soul, you're still in my blind blow. You was never really rooting for me anyway. When I'm back up at the top, I wanna hear you say, he don't run from nothing dark. Get your soul, you're still in that the break is so. I need to get this album done. Need a couple number ones. Need a plaque on every song.
I did my tweet and then did my Discord thing, so yeah.
I blew up now, everybody trying to sue me. You call me North, but the hood call me Doobie. I am lost since I began.
Oh wait, I gotta do this. I forgot about this.
Hmm?
Then I went did it again. I told you long ago on the road I got what they waiting for. I don't run from nothing.
Okay, there we go. I had to readjust my audio because I forgot I was still delayed because of something I was doing.
Right. Yeah. Mm. Okay.
There we go.
Sorry, I was just reading the headline of one of the things I have today. Okay. All right. Are we good to start?
Yep, all set.
Put myself a little bit on here. A little far this way. Okay. All right. I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Two Buds and One Podcast. This is episode 11. No, episode 12. This is episode 12. I am here, your host. We're gonna keep this. I'm not redoing this. I am your host, the Techno Jelly, and here with me, my co-host, Alchem Games. Alchem, today I have a guess the number thing once again for you to pick which topic we have here. And today is 3 numbers. 1, 2, or 3. Which one? I promise the C word or the 3-letter word is not involved at all, I promise.
Okay, I'll go with
promise.
number 2 then. Go.
Number 2, excellent. I was really hoping you'd pick this one
no.
because this one, both you and I have talked about this before. We've talked about it a lot. We've talked about it before we even started this podcast. But, so Overwatch 2's Mirror Watch event happened recently, right?
Oh yeah, so I've heard.
And I've never played. I didn't play it. I literally have Overwatch installed. I don't even have BattleNet.
Good.
Like I don't even have BattleNet launched. The only thing I have BattleNet on still for is because every once in a while I want to play the StarCraft Brood War, like the StarCraft campaigns again, like the StarCraft 1 Brood War, and then all the StarCraft 2 campaigns, and because I still love those campaigns. And to be fair, StarCraft 2 co-op is fun. But so the funniest thing ever is when that Mirror Watch event happened, everyone's like, "Man, this is so good." Everyone's like, "Man, this Mirror Watch event is so good." And then the most popular opinion from this event was, "Man, this event is so good. It sucks that this is what we get instead of PvE." Because everyone's like, "Man, if
everyone's
they could have done this
settling?"
stuff." No. Everyone is
Okay.
so disappointed that this is what, like, this could have been PvE. Like, this stuff could have been integrated with PvE.
Yeah.
Because do you know what the Mirror Watch event is?
An alternate universe where some of the heroes are actually the villains.
Yeah, but it's not just that. It's also reimagining of their abilities.
Mm-hmm.
So it's people like, man, this was probably stuff on the skill trees that was scrapped. Like, there's so much stuff that was
they're literally
on
showing
it
us.
that was like all the stuff that was scrapped.
They are literally showing us what they decided to give up on.
Yeah, and it's just like everyone. There's
Ah.
just the article I found this on was from Kotaku,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like the guy, the author of this, Kenneth. He was just so sad. And I'm like, you know, I understand that. Like, I lost hope at this point months ago. I've given up. I don't like Overwatch anymore. And it makes me sad too because the Mercy stuff, I recently saw like they have like a Mythic Mercy skin and it looks awesome, but like I just don't care anymore. You know? And it makes me sad because I really loved Overwatch. And I'm just like so depressed. I became Espresso Depresso Alchem from this Overwatch. I became Espresso Depresso and just laughing
I think
because they've just squandered.
I think when they finally announced that they are just basically scrapping the whole PVE, that was the final nail in the coffin for quite a lot of people. People who
It
were
was.
expecting more for this game, especially since, you know, they started to try to monetize it a lot more. And people were
Yeah.
expecting, oh, if you're going to monetize it, I'm at least expecting something. But we got
Yeah.
nothing. I mean, some people are still
Nothing.
enjoying it for the free PvP it is, but
I mean, the PvP is fine. Like,
Yeah,
the thing
it's
is, like,
solid.
if you liked PvP, it's good. Arguably, I mean, the problem that they're having now with the PvP section, in my opinion, at least from what I've seen, like, because I've seen Flats talk about it, I've seen other people talk about it, is that the game is in two worlds, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, it's like, I think one of the best things is people talking about Reinhardt. Like, Reinhardt is like the worst tank in, like, when you think of Overwatch, there's a bunch of characters you think of, and Reinhardt is one of those characters.
My
you know?
main. My goddamn
Yeah.
main.
He is
What
the-
have you done
he is
to
like
him?
he is like the worst character in Overwatch 2 right now, apparently.
Mhm.
Because he is the only tank that you can either protect, you can either, like, you have to choose. You put
Mhm.
your shield up or you do something else.
You can't
Everyone
do
else
both.
can do both.
Yep.
Everyone else can do both.
Yep.
And it's just
Which-
sad.
Yep.
You know?
I literally cannot, as a Reinhardt mate, I have to keep either I keep my shield up and guard everyone, or I do a fire strike,
you-
or just go in and then start attacking.
Yeah.
There's no in between. And and if I do
And it
start
just
attacking, I
sucks,
leave
yeah.
everyone open.
It's just one of those things where I'm just sad about it. It's just like also I can't remember what the game's called, but there's a Marvel game coming out that's basically Overwatch.
Oh yeah, the one that everyone's like saying, "Oh, this is the new Overwatch," the one, the Marvel
Yeah.
heroes. Yeah,
I mean, the only problem is it's by NetEase, so they're the
It's by-
ones publishing it.
Oh,
So-
I'm not familiar with them, so I don't know their back history or anything like that.
Okay, here, let me do a quick Google
Oh
search
no,
here.
no, no, no!
You'll,
You don't need to.
NetEase
Ah!
games, you'll know. No, it's okay. You know these guys because it's not a good thing that they're the ones behind this.
It's never a good thing. I've learned
Um,
this.
They are the. Okay, wait.
Mhm.
Wait. Oh my god, they have so many. Wait. I don't remember these. Okay, these are all just really weird.
Not what you told me it would be. You lied to me.
Yeah.
Could you? Oh, you did? Oh my god, you did.
No,
lied to
I
me.
didn't. I didn't. It's because NetEase Games exists, and I think that's their games division. It's just a bunch of. It's a bunch of what's it called? Mobile games.
All right.
Yeah, so they actually are the ones that re-signed with Blizzard to handle their. Okay, so first of all, it's a Chinese company,
Yeah.
which depending on who you are, that's an instant no thank you. They were the ones that handled all of Blizzard's games in China until 2023. They recently re-signed with them actually, which is interesting. I mean, I'm interested in what happened there, but you know, it's whatever. They run. Oh, what was the game? Where is the game? There's a bunch of games. I don't remember why everyone hates NetEase, other than the fact that they're a Chinese company. So it's kind of weird.
It is vague.
It is.
All right, but I'll take your word for it.
Hmm.
I'll bite. Yeah, bad, not good.
Yeah, they're not the best company in general.
Okay, oh, good to know.
But it like overall, it's one of those things where I don't know, it could be fine. The problem is that it's going to be if it's going to be a free to play game made by a Chinese company, it's going to be so pay to win that it's like
Obviously, yeah. I'm expecting that. I'm expecting certain characters
Yeah.
to be a lot better than some of the others.
yeah. Though they are making this game called Once Human that
I
I've
think I've
seen
heard of that.
a bunch of. Yeah, well, it's basically think from what I can tell, think like something like The Division and Destiny combined.
Oh,
Like it's like it's like a looter shooter, but
awesome,
like
actually.
with the fact that there's going to be seasons and like it's a looter shooter that's with the live service model in mind,
Mhm.
but from what I can tell, done pretty well.
Cool.
Because I mean, I've seen streamers like Co Carnage and people play it and they really like it. Apparently, there's base building and stuff like that too.
Still,
One interesting thing is that I saw that they have 3 different versions of bases. Basically, there's a mobile base that you can put down anywhere, and it's like quick crafting recipes or like a place to rest and have a respawn point. There's a seasonal base, which is going to be attached to whatever season is, and this resets every season. But it has
Huh.
your seasonal crafting recipes, seasonal content basically. And then there's your permanent base, which doesn't reset based off of seasons, which is interesting. I think that's an interesting way to go out with it because they know that, you know, people like permanent progression, but they do like the seasonal model. And I mean,
Huh.
as to be fair, the looter shooter, like, other than Destiny, there isn't that many, honestly. Like, I can't think of anything other than Destiny 2 that's in that same genre. Like, because Division doesn't exist, basically. Is there another game that's in
Not
that
that-
genre? I can't.
not that I know
honestly
of.
can't. I mean, I guess maybe Warframe.
Hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But Warframe's kind of its own ecosystem. Like, the people who are playing Warframe play Warframe. They're not going to jump games. You know? I mean, to be fair, that's kind of like the Destiny players.
No, because especially when you're in a dedicated game like that,
When you're that
you're
deep.
not going to drop out for another one. And I don't think a lot of people have
Yeah.
that much time to dedicate to 2 different games of that caliber.
Yeah. It does depend, but yeah. That was my first topic. A quick and short one, just to be reestablish how sad I am about Overwatch 2.
I mean,
I
it's a
also got
slow,
very sad in
the slow burn decline. It. Literally is a
It
slow death.
well,
unless-
I mean, we
I
say
don't-
that it's not a death though. It's not a death.
Oh no, I'm calling it.
Because
It is a
Overwatch-
slow death. They
Well, the thing is, Overwatch 2 is more popular right now than Overwatch 1. It has more players.
I feel like this is
like-
I feel like this is more just spite. People are just playing just out of spite.
Well, the problem is the thing is, Alchem,
Yeah.
Overwatch 2
Yeah.
is, in a pure numbers game, a better game than Overwatch 1 because it's less frustrating to play, and
Is it?
there's
Is it?
and there yes, because there's less teamwork needed to win.
Because
and-
they took
and-
away
and
one of the
a-
team members.
That and there's a lot more carry potential. And there's also less queue times. Queue times was a big problem in Overwatch 1.
Oh my god, you just made me.
Um,
I don't know why, you just made me remember, like, you just made me remember there's this one video of the guy who sounds like Lemon Grab from Adventure Time. He's playing
Yeah.
Overwatch, and he's like, "Oh, hey, I finally got to play," and it's the Sombra play, so it just shows him first
Yeah.
for a second, and then it goes to Sombra. He immediately
Yeah.
starts screaming something like Lemon Grab. Oh, that's too funny.
I've seen that. I mean,
So
I
good.
understand that Overwatch 2 is still very frustrating to play for a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
but the thing is that like it's for whatever reason, see, Overwatch 1 was frustrating and people stopped playing.
But
Overwatch
it's
2
the
is
same-
frustrating.
But it's the
And
same.
Overwatch 2 is frustrating, but people are still playing. And
I don't
the game's arguably making more money than it's ever made.
I still am in the mindset that they shouldn't even call it Overwatch 2. It's so
It's not
stupid
Overwatch
at the
2
call.
anymore. It's not Overwatch 2 anymore.
It was
The
a lie.
The 2 in Overwatch 2 has been canceled.
It's a lie. That's all.
Yeah, now it is. It wasn't a lie before, but now it definitely is.
Like, it's not a lie until they decide not to implement the things they. Now it's a lie.
Yeah, like
Yeah, they-
it is definitely not as
I was happy, and then Overwatch 2 lied to me.
because you gotta remember, like, okay, obviously Steam charts means very little, but like
Mhm.
in terms of Steam numbers,
Mhm.
it's been almost a constant positive. After the cancellation of PvE, they've been slowly gaining players, and then getting higher and higher peaks.
My brain
Except
is
for
like,
except for
why?
when the first when it first came out in.
I guess that new character really did sell the game. I mean, the new Venture. Yeah, Venture really did sell the goddamn game. And people really do like androgynous characters. I'm joking.
Yeah,
I
I
know the
mean-
character's androgynous, but I'm pretty sure new
Yeah.
character breathed some life into the game. Especially with some, moderate changes to some of the old characters. But you can only change so much before you start changing the entire playstyle of the game.
Yeah, like
Poor
for instance,
Reinhardt, why don't you make him better? Give him some projectile besides Fire Strike. Or make Fire Strike a one hit or something. I don't know. Make him stronger. Give my boy some kind of... Give him some vitamins or something, please.
For instance, it's okay. So these are guess. Obviously, we don't have the official numbers because Blizzard will never
Reinhardt.
tell us that. But it's with an educated guess using data and stuff like that. At least some of the sites that I've seen, there's an estimated average 6 million players per day over all the platforms. So including console and stuff like that.
That sounds like bullshit to me. That sounds inflated.
Like I said, it is inflated. It is 100% inflated. But even having inflated numbers like that, well, you also got to remember though that's also including all consoles and PC, right? So it's not that.
I suppose
It's not that thing because you also got to remember only 2 years ago, Blizzard bragged that they had 25 million active players in Overwatch 2 in 2022. So, I mean, if you think about it, that's still a decline of 20 million people, basically. But, I mean, it's one of those things where we'll never have the actual numbers, but...
Well, that's the future
Okay,
of
sorry,
Overwatch
wait.
for you.
I think I'm seeing more sites saying that it's roughly over all platforms, it's roughly 1 million players every day. Roughly. But I mean, it's like one of those things where
That
it,
Rush
like,
sure
it's
is
just
carrying that sentence.
Yeah. I mean, we'll never know the true data, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, all we know is that it's doing better than Overwatch 1. Because I can't remember Overwatch 1 peak player counts. Because Blizzard would have bragged about this, so
I'm pretty sure they have. I mean, that's when they realized they had an actual banger on their hands. And then they let it burn to the ground. They dropped the ball. Sure did drop the ball there. My mind went to Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Drop the ball. God damn it. While Jelly's looking
yeah.
up stuff.
So I mean, they technically had 50 million players in Overwatch 1. But that's 50 million copies sold.
Ah.
which I mean is still really good.
Yes, it is
I
really
think
good.
I think the main difference is that I don't know. I don't know what the main difference is. Let me put
The
this way:
point is, Overwatch has
it's
made
not
some
a
changes. Yeah.
it's not a dead game, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
We're not
It's
talking about
not.
Among Us, are we? I still love that game. Still, anytime someone brings it up, it's like dead game. Come on, people still play it. From same with
I mean, it's just like
Overwatch.
it's. I mean, it's the same thing where people say it's a dead game after they lose. It's
Hmm.
like people who every time someone's like, "Oh, it's a dead game," I'm like, "Yeah, it only has 1 million active players." Or it's like people once say Fortnite was dying when they lost like 3 million players in
Oh
like a month
no,
or something like
only
that, and so it only had 12 million active players that month or something like that. It's like, oh
I
no,
again, we're on that topic of numbers where people care more about
yeah,
the numbers, but in reality, like how many are
there's
recurring?
so
How
many.
there are
Yeah.
still gonna be so many recurring players no matter what, and that's what matters.
And it's like it's a curve.
Yeah,
It always goes up and down, and
yeah.
the matter is that the curve eventually goes up, and which is what Overwatch 2 is doing right now.
What a
It is
shock.
slowly going up. Well, it's because they've finally found the target audience
Yeah.
again for some reason, because like they got rid of they had the peak when Overwatch 2 came out because everyone was super excited, and then players like me were playing Overwatch 2 because we were like, I'm so excited for PvE.
Hmm.
Let's play some. Might as well.
No PVE,
And then when
no
it's
nothing.
when that stuff slowly started trickling out that it wasn't happening, all those players left, like
Yeah,
I did. But
exactly.
now the people who want the PvP game get that game and they're focusing on it,
Hmm.
which is, should have been a dumb moment for them, but apparently it wasn't.
They didn't think they dropped the
Yeah.
dropped the ball.
Unfortunately, it seems like, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but it does seem like Jeff Kaplan really dropped the ball in Overwatch.
Oh yeah, no,
Like
they
him and the team, they made so many mistakes. So many mistakes.
they
And it's really unfortunate because they made an amazing game out of a failed project,
yeah.
but they didn't understand what they built. I
They
feel
had
like.
they had lightning in a bottle. They just didn't learn how to actually channel it and channel its essence and actually milk it for what it's worth.
And the marketing team made the exact same and not the marketing team or whatever team makes this decision, but they made the exact same mistake that they did with Heroes of the Storm, which I'm still salty about, where they poured millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars into an esports league that no one asked for.
Oh yeah, I forgot they tried to make it esports, and I was
They
like,
did they did they did that with Heroes of the Storm as well.
not an this isn't an esports game. It's too.
I mean,
Hero shooters should not be an esport because it's so unbalanced. Because
yeah,
esports, what they do
honestly,
is play meta
I
wise, and then they'll. Well,
yeah.
okay.
Honestly, I disagree with that outcome. There's a lot of skill in hero shooters. The
Hmm.
problem is that the proper way to do it is not to pump money into it.
Okay.
Because like esports is a net loss almost always.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Even I believe that it doesn't matter.
There's very few things. There's very few companies that can say that they make money in esports,
Mm-hmm.
especially the game companies.
Yep.
But like esports teams and stuff, they bleed money.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do, like the reason esports can be good is when you're not throwing millions and millions of dollars in it. And unfortunately, you're not paying players millions and millions of dollars. It sucks to say this, but the people like it's like happening in League right now. I'm sorry guys, but you guys
Mhm.
aren't worth millions of dollars in contracts
No.
because you're not making that much. I mean, for League it might be slightly different because League is a whole different atmosphere.
League is a
but,
different
like,
game completely, and hilariously, they master the art of balancing the game enough that despite
I think League players would disagree with you, but I understand what you mean.
enough, I said that's why I caught myself by saying enough because there
Yeah,
are
enough.
I know there are some characters who are there are some champions who are so
I mean,
broken.
the problem with champions I have nowadays, the reason I don't play League anymore is that
Mhm.
I have to open a wiki page to see what
That
one of their
too, like
buttons does.
yeah,
I
I
have to
every
read
time
an essay to read one of like
I
I have to
literally
read an
stop
essay
playing.
for their passive.
I literally stopped playing for like months or years on end, and I come back and I'm like, oh, this here, I remember this here. What do these do now? What do you do now? You're different now. Who are you? You're not the same
Yeah,
person I
yeah.
learned. And that's what
Yeah.
happens. I can learn everything again. And by then I get
Yeah.
tired of it and I'm just like, oh well, whatever. I don't come back
Yeah.
for another year.
Yeah.
Speaking of it,
Can you
it's
move your
I'm
cursor
almost
up one,
due.
by the way?
Hmm?
Your
But
mouse
I like-
cursor, please. No, move it. Push it down. Thank you. Yeah, but like, it's just interesting. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I honestly, in my opinion, honestly, even with the whole Overwatch stuff, the Overwatch League is what made me so sad about it. Because they pushed it so hard and they were doing so many things. They spent so much money on it.
Huh?
Did I ever tell you? I did see an article that like it was
Yeah.
like $16 million in 1 year that they spent on the Overwatch League. And
Damn,
that's
we
just one of
still
the
didn't.
operating years.
Damn it, we still didn't get PvE. What the fuck?
Well, that's one of the reasons why we didn't. They spent so much money on it. It was such a
They had-
loss. It was such a hard loss on it.
They had all this investment in for some PvE sports arena bullshit that they thought, oh, we're gonna be the next big sport thing, and then in the end they didn't even make the game that they were initially promised.
I mean, my
Okay,
biggest problem
wait a
is
minute.
why are you making I don't understand why they were making like they poured so much money into this Overwatch League and then they were making a PvE mode. You know, not something that is gonna be in the pro leagues. Because no one's like that's not a pro thing.
They wanted to
The
appeal
league was
to
a PvP.
They wanted to appeal to everyone, I guess. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. They
I mean,
wanted.
They that's probably the argument, but I don't know. It was just so many weird decisions.
It
It's like
seemed
every
like
once in a while I want to play Heroes of the Storm, but every time I play it, it makes me sad.
they wanted to
Because I
appeal
actually
to.
really enjoyed Heroes of the Storm.
They wanted to appeal to the competitive by making it all this esports competitive scene, try to be the next big big thing there. And unfortunately, they didn't realize that it's just a cash sink and it doesn't work. And
I feel like they
then
should
they
have
tried
realized though, because this is the second time they've made this mistake.
but they also tried to appeal to the PvE by making this PvE story and promising all this stuff, but in the end, both ventures sank, and then they ended up having to just stop both of them. Should have just
And a lot of the team got fired, or not fired.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, they
Not to mention-
downsized.
Not to mention Blizzard and its weird shit going on
Blizzard
in
is
its own
just bad,
background.
yeah.
Yeah.
The majority of the people that everyone knows Blizzard for have left. and
Yeah,
moved to other
basically.
companies.
Most of the original Blizzard team is gone, either because they
Yeah.
got caught with their hand in the cookie jar, so to speak, or some of them already saw what was about to happen and said, "I'm getting the fuck out of here before shit happens."
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, pretty much. So, keeping on the Blizzard sad train right now.
oh no.
Have you seen, Outcome, that BlizzCon 2024 has been officially canceled by Blizzard?
That thing was still they still were doing that?
Yeah, they're doing that yearly.
Oh yeah, well I did remember
Well, they
BlizzCon
did the
being a
online.
big thing.
They did the online version during COVID.
Yeah, that's why I thought after COVID they kind of just did one online and then they canceled it.
They did a couple online, I'm pretty sure, but
Hmm.
they did I think last year they actually in 2023 I think they had
Hmm.
a physical one. I think so. I actually don't remember. But this year's is officially canceled.
Well, shit. I mean,
And they officially did it on their own. Like Blizzard announced it.
hmm?
Here, like after careful consideration over the last year, we at Blizzard have made the decision not to hold BlizzCon in 2024. This decision was not made lightly at BlizzCon, remains a very special event for all of us. Okay, a bunch of corporate speak. Over the next few months, we'll be sharing details about launches with all the games. So instead of having all the
They're doing what Nintendo does with their whole Blizzard Direct,
No,
so to speak. They're not going to do like videos or online presentations.
we're sharing more details about our launches coming later this year. To celebrate these upcoming releases, we'll be sharing some exciting news for the industry trade shows and conventions like Gamescom. So
They are going to be in the normal conventions.
like that.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
still
Which I mean, honestly, in my opinion,
smart
in
idea.
my opinion, and my tinfoil hat thing, is that I'm pretty sure it's just because they have nothing to show for BlizzCon right now.
That's
Like
what
they
I
just like
mean.
what's coming out, like a Diablo expansion, World of Warcraft
WoW?
expansion,
I
like
mean,
StarCraft's dead.
yeah, I was about to say StarCraft's dead.
Overwatch doesn't really go well right now with the whole BlizzCon announcement because they're seasonal based. So
Yeah,
we know exactly what's going to come out.
yeah. We know
Uh,
what's up for Blizzard. I mean, we.
Diablo's just a new expansion coming out.
Yep. So
World
there's
of
no
Warcraft has
real.
its own stuff.
Yeah, there's really
And,
nothing.
like Blizzard doesn't really have a lot going on right now, honestly.
Yeah. So to have a BlizzCon doesn't make sense, and plus the competitive scene died, so they can't do anything anymore there.
Yeah, I mean, BlizzCon used to be most of the esports stuff
Yeah.
like the big esports tournaments, but
That's gone.
like no one
so-
cares about that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like all the big ones aren't hosted there anymore.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, StarCraft
What a
2 kind of still had
shame.
like a big BlizzCon tournament, but like StarCraft 2 isn't the reason you're doing BlizzCon. Let's be real here. I understand that
No.
I am one of the few people that are excited about that. I'm one of the 10 people that are excited about that. So, and then again, I'm not even that into StarCraft 2 anymore. I'm more
There's
into
just
Brood War, so, like,
nothing Blizzard has anymore that could make it good, unless I don't know they do something else with the properties for Overwatch. I mean,
I
my
mean, we know
brain
there's an
went
Overwatch
some.
mobile game coming out soon.
Oh, my
We
brain
know
went
they're
somewhere
working on an Overwatch
completely different there. But then again,
What?
they
Speak your
have.
mind, Alchem.
Well, I mean, what they could do, they have these very popular characters, and the internet, sometimes they want to see these characters in certain ways. They
Just make a
could,
dating sim.
they could, yeah. There you go, wholesome. Yes, that's more wholesome than
No,
what
I
I
wasn't
was
talking
thinking.
about I wasn't talking about a wholesome dating sim.
Oh yeah, there you go. Make something like that. That's better. And granted, the
Make
internet already.
Honeypop 3. Make Honeypop 3, but it's actually Overwatch.
I'd buy it.
Honestly,
Honey Watch.
I might honestly. I might.
Honey Watch.
I'd
Yeah,
at
I
least
would. I
think
would
about
definitely.
it. I'd at least think about it.
I would absolutely go the Orisa route. Damn right I would.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Also the Reinhardt route. Definitely go the Reinhardt route.
The
Have
real
to go.
question is who would go the Hammond route?
Who would go the there? No, I was gonna. Who would go the Winston? No, there are probably some people who would go.
There's a
banana.
lot of people that would go the Winston route. Are
They
you
would
kidding me,
definitely go
Alchem?
after his peanut butter.
There's so many people that are going to go after Winston's peanut butter. Who
Yeah.
would who would go Hammond though? Who do you think?
That's
Out of the people we know, who would go for Hammond?
I think a lot of the people I know would go for just for the sheer joke of it, just to know did they actually
No,
go
no,
all out
but
with
not for the memes. Not for
Oh,
the
not for
memes.
the memes, for the real
Seriously,
ones.
seriously.
I don't think anyone I know would go seriously, and if they do,
I
I'd have
want
to
to
have
say
a long
Kisu, but I know Kisu wouldn't, and it makes me sad because
It makes me
funny.
sad. You're like, I think they would go. I'm saying I know friends who would do it for the meme. You're like, no, I mean legitimately because they want to. I'm like,
I don't think I know.
Sorry,
anyone, honestly.
hard look there. I'm like,
Kisu would go for Farah. Kisu would probably go for Farah.
Farah.
Actually, I don't know who Kisu would go for. This is a question I need to ask them. At
If
some point.
anything, I'd just go for probably a lot of the the girl characters there. I'm just like,
Oh, I'd go for Mercy. 100%.
Mercy. Yeah, I think a lot of people would go for Mercy if that was a thing.
I'd go for Mercy, and honestly, probably like
Yeah.
Soldier 76 or something like that.
Soldier
I
76.
think look, if Soldier 76, he'd take care of you. 100%.
I think he
You can't
wouldn't
tell
give
me
a
I'm
shit.
wrong.
I think he'd be selfish. He'd be a selfish motherfucker.
I don't think so. What do you mean? He's a DPS with a healing ability.
I don't know. He just gives that gruff demeanor, so I don't think he would.
No. He's just hard to get. You have to.
Oh, great. He's at Heart of Gold, or he's like, oh god, he's a tsundere.
He's a hard. Yeah, he's a tsundere. Oh, are you kidding? Of course, Soldier 76 is the tsundere.
I thought Reaper would be the one who would be the tsundere.
Oh no. Have you seen the Reaper skins? He's kawaii. He's like the cutesy one.
Suppose so.
The one. He's the guy. He's the guy that
not
tries
the
to act all tough.
kawaii.
And as
Oh
soon as,
my god.
yes, he is.
Oh my Maybe
As soon
actually.
like he acts all tough, but as soon as as soon as you're 101, he crumbles.
Wait,
You know
wait.
what
I
I
just
mean?
realized Ramatra. Oh, Ramatra would be an interesting one. Yeah, that would be cool. Just thought.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Well,
Um,
well, besides this fictional game that will never exist except in my head
I want
now,
to play this game now.
my head
I want to
canon
play
now.
this game now.
Yeah, my head canon now is filled with
I
this.
wish they just
This
worked on this instead of Overwatch 2.
I kind of wish they did this like an April Fool's thing, just like a couple of other game developers said. We'll
They
make a
did
dating
at
sim.
one point. There was
Yeah,
a Genji gate dating thing, wasn't
yeah,
there?
there was
Like a dating
like a
sim.
Valentine for Genji. I kind of wish they did
Yeah,
that. And they expanded it with all the others.
that would have been funny.
We need
Would
more.
have been funny.
We need more joke dating games for our games. There, I know the
But they're actually games
Dead
now.
by Daylight did it with their killers. I remember that.
It's true. That was a highly requested thing, though.
Yeah, that was actually
Highly
hilarious.
requested. That's because the Dead by Daylight players are not right in the mind, though.
No, I mean, look, they just want a big, muscular, mysterious, tall, dark stranger to choke them out while performing unspeakable acts on them. I probably like gutting them
I'm
and
pretty
stuff.
sure I'm pretty sure the unspeakable acts are actually unspeakable because there's no fun times happening there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm disturbed now.
I wish that game existed now. I'm
What,
kind of
the
sad
dating?
again.
Oh, the dating sim.
I just
we-
love to see people's reactions to it. I want to see all the Overwatch YouTubers with their clickbait thumbnails and all that type of stuff. I kind of
Oh,
to see
that actually,
Who do you
this
think-
would be a really
I wanna
interesting thing
wonder-
if that was
I
real.
know you watch him, so who do you think Flats would go for?
Let's
Roadhog.
Yeah, I honestly, I was thinking either my mind went to Winston, and I'm like, no, he probably. I forgot. I like for a second, I forgot Roadhog exists, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of people who go for Roadhog too.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that go for Roadhog, and probably Junkrat too,
Yeah,
just to see what would happen.
hilariously, this dating sim can reveal which of the characters can actually get some.
It's true. True.
That's all right. You stop making me think of a fictional game that'll never come to reality.
I'm sorry.
Literally could
Okay.
make bank with that.
So
Yeah.
I have two more
What's-
topics.
What is number one? We'll save number three for
they're-
last.
Number one is
Mhm.
not gaming related at all.
Oh.
It's a little I saw this interesting because you and I have talked about this. It was before the podcast started though.
Oh.
We talked about this a long time ago.
Yeah, now I'm intrigued. What is it?
It was like maybe it was a year ago or maybe a couple months ago. Because you and I we're obviously you are more into it than I am, but we're in the VR space,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And so it's been a couple days ago,
Mhm.
Meta had their
Meta meets web.
financial reports released.
Oh.
The quarter results. Sorry,
Oh.
first quarter results. So they made $440 million with the Meta Quest 3, right?
How much is that
And
related
that is
to?
a 30% increase
Hmm.
in sales. Which everyone like you read that and you do the golf clap. You're like, good job, Meta. I mean, from what I can tell, a lot of people like the Meta Quest 3 too. It's a
Yeah.
very affordable one too. Everyone's like, that's great, that's great. And then you keep reading on in their first quarter results, and then you see how much they spent on it.
Let me guess. The technology is not worth the profit.
Nowhere near.
Yeah.
So
they pulled a
the
PlayStation 3.
Reality Labs, which is
Hmm.
the company that is doing the MetaQuest stuff,
Yeah.
their expenses has been $4.3 billion
Yep.
in the first quarter of 2024.
Yeah, they pulled the same thing PlayStation 3 did with their console.
Which, by the way,
Mhm.
is down apparently. Which is insane to think about. Now, to be fair, this is Meta / Facebook. So they
Mhm.
got deep pockets. But do they? I don't like. This is some deep. They have deeper pockets than even I thought they had.
Hey man,
You know what I like?
all you have to
Because
do
this
is
is
sell.
only the second time. This is the
Oh,
second time we've seen
this is
the
my
Meta, the Reality Labs operating cost.
yeah.
Because the last time we saw their operating cost, it was $3 billion.
Me
So
putting on my
of the
tinfoil
costs
hat.
we know,
Yeah.
Alchem, they've lost $7 billion.
This is me
And
putting
that's
on my
just the
tinfoil
stuff we
hat, Jelly. The money they get is from selling your info. You have
No. Oh, that's not tinfoil hat, Alchem. That's well known.
They're selling
well
all your info. That's how they make all the profit.
Facebook's main thing was selling info.
Yeah.
It's why they
damn
went to
it.
court that one time years ago.
That's why all these others are still going to court even now, because everyone's figuring out, oh,
Yeah.
you are selling our shit. You lied to us.
Yeah.
Incognito mode my ass.
Yeah, I know, right? But like, so obviously when this came out, their shares tanked.
Yeah.
12% loss on stock value apparently.
God damn. God
Which is
damn.
pretty
Double
bad.
digits?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It spooked, as this article says, it spooked investors.
Yeah, literally, if you see double digits go into one day,
Yeah.
oh my god, yeah, that would scare a lot of people. Holy shit.
Yeah.
God damn. Okay.
They,
Is there good news?
I mean, here's the problem. The problem is that Meta
Huh?
is also doubling down on VR stuff and AI.
But the VR, okay, I'm gonna call it, even though I like VR and I enjoy it and I have fun with it. I'd say
I
the
do-
consumer
I
bubble
enjoy it
for
too.
VR is over.
It never existed.
Yeah, like there was a small
Calling
boom.
it even a bubble, I would say is generous, Alchem. Like
Yeah,
the most popular headsets in the world are like the Meta Quests, and they don't have they have what, a couple million users probably.
yeah.
Like there's no customer base for these things. It's
Because-
not a consumer product. It's a niche tech product.
And there's no there's absolutely no like flagship game for VR. There's
Yeah,
nothing.
the
like that.
the most one, honestly, in my opinion, is Beat Saber.
Yeah, Beat Saber was the flagship game, and then that was it. I don't see any
still
other
is,
game that's
arguably.
yeah. I don't see any other.
I mean, the
that,
problem is you can't make money off of games in VR, so why bother developing games for VR?
yeah, it's just a
And
gimmick.
to
It's
be
mostly
fair-
a gimmick at this point.
Yeah, it is. To be fair, there is big things on like experiences in VR now too. So
Mhm.
like apps in VR and stuff like that. But like it's just, I mean, the biggest problem is that there is nothing that VR does that a regular computer can't do.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, look, I
that
love
also isn't a hassle.
Yeah.
Because the problem with VR, the real benefit of VR is the full body experience.
yeah. That's
You know,
it.
even with my setup that I have in VR chat, it is crazy immersive. When my setup is super jank, like it not only is it okay, it's not really jank, but it's just old. Like my stuff is so old, like it's 2018 tech. So like my stuff is super old, and it's still super immersive in VR chat where everyone's anime girls. You know, like so like it could be insane with some of
Yeah.
that stuff. But the problem is that requires so much that there's so many boxes you have to check in order for that to happen. Like that's the one advantage it has. Because I don't know about you, Alcom, but every time I see the Apple stuff, I just laugh.
Oh, you're
'Cause
talking
who
about
on
that?
earth wants-
You're talking about their glasses or whatever they're calling it?
whatever they're calling. I don't even know what it's called. But like, who wants to look at their desktop or their Apple their Apple homepage on their iPhone with that headset stuck on your head? Why don't you just look at your phone?
The thing is, I don't understand why
The
people are
Apple
getting.
customers are a little bit more.
I feel like at least some people think that the technology is going to evolve to the point where people want to have it integrated into your head, but you forget
don't.
that some people don't want a console be on their PC. They want to be away from that shit. So having it integrate into your skull or into your head or whatever, which is like one of the final goals that some people think it'll evolve
I just
to.
don't trust any company in the world with. I don't trust. Like I trust zero companies in the world with that technology.
Hacks into Jelly's brain and starts posting a bunch of little cursed memes into his retinas.
That's the least of my problems. Honestly, that's the least of my worries. If you want to do that outcome, you have my permission to do that outcome if you want.
Airdrops the most
Only you,
horrific images onto Jelly.
Dankest memes.
The dankest memes.
The edgiest and dankest of memes.
Yes.
I also don't understand anyone that would trust Meta with AI.
Trust them with my information.
all.
Let alone with AI.
I deleted my Facebook years ago. Like I don't even trust them with the Facebook account anymore. I technically have an Instagram account, but there's no personal information on my Instagram account.
I have an Instagram, but I barely use it,
You
and it's
do.
not related to my actual IRL. It's just related to streams.
Yeah, it's my Instagram account is purely VTuber stuff, basically.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's I don't understand. I'm confused. Like honestly, this is a quite common occurrence outcome. I don't get it. I'm confused and I don't see the market.
It's okay, Jelly. No one does. Honestly, no one does.
I mean, obviously no
market
one
has
does
been
because they
lost.
lost $7 billion in like 2 years, basically. And the fact that they can lose $2 billion and their CEO is not worried about it bothers me how much money they have.
Just a couple more thousand people, just a couple million other people or subscribers we just sell their info to all these other
I know, right?
things. It's a drop in the bucket.
I think the funniest thing though, Alcom, in this article that I'm reading, which is on PC Gamer, is the fact that the $4.3 billion loss is a 1% down year over year. So they are losing less. Apparently.
I don't understand how that's
than
even
they
possible.
were. Yeah. I just can't believe it. Like it's
Again, like
I
I
don't
said,
even know what they're doing. I'm confused.
it sounds like
where
surprise
this-
audit time.
I'm just confused where this $4 billion is going. Like the Meta Quest, don't get me wrong. From what I can tell, I don't own a Meta Quest 3, but the Meta Quest 1, 2, and 3 all seemed like decent headsets, you know?
Yeah.
But the Meta Quest 3 doesn't seem like $4 billion worth investment technology headset. Like, where is this $4 billion going? It's like when they sunk all the money in the metaverse stuff. Like, I just don't understand where all this money is going. Where is this money going?
I feel like
There's nothing to show.
so for the metaverse thing, I understand that was a
I mean, that was a crypto
risk.
scam.
I mean, was it
Or
though?
NFT scam.
I feel like
Well-
the metaverse originally they had ambition for something great, but
Yeah.
no one followed along with it. It was
The
like they
problem
were
is that
yeah.
sorry, I keep interrupting you. Go ahead.
It's just I feel like they were trying to like start up a brand new like environment or like they were trying to open the doors to some new thing where everyone would hop in and start doing and joining in and maybe new enterprises would join. That's it. They were trying to start a brand new enterprise. But sadly, no one saw the potential. No one needed it. No one wanted it. No one jumped in, and this just became a giant waste of time and money. And to try and save face, they did whatever the fuck they could, and I mean, nothing came of it, sadly.
I mean, the problem I have with the whole metaverse thing is now it's just a buzzword for crypto bros. So I hear all the time about crypto stuff. I'm like, metaverse means literally nothing.
Yeah, metaverse. The word metaverse died because again, no one saw the potential in it. No one did anything.
Only people
with it.
who cared was all the crypto bros and NFT bros, and those are the people you don't want their attention.
With what is it? The Quest 3, the new one. I don't get the need for better tech, considering that there's no desire or there's no drive for better tech, considering that most of the VR aspect, like game-wise or anything that uses VR, isn't advancing. It's not like the graphics.
I mean,
it's
is
not like
advancing. The problem is that it's on the high end, and MetaQuest isn't the high end.
Yeah. So I don't understand what was the need for this, unless I guess you were trying to make it more affordable. Unless
I mean,
I
to be
mean-
fair, they've made $440 million with it, and it's increased the sale. Like they've increased 30% of Quest headset sales with the MetaQuest 3,
Yeah.
which I mean, like in a bubble is good. The problem is that the fact that they spent $4 billion in a quarter, in
Which is
like, because you also remember this
weird.
isn't a year or a couple of years.
No.
In the first quarter of 2024,
This is why this is odd.
expenses was $4.3 billion in Reality Labs.
That's why
which
I
is
think
the
it's just
company
odd.
who makes the Quest. I
That's
just don't
why-
understand where the money's going.
The only thing I can think of is either they're slowly investing into something else, but they're not telling everyone, or
But they're
this
also
is
doing
just
the AI stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I don't know if Reality Labs is also doing the AI stuff. I don't know if they're the same division, honestly.
Hmm.
And unfortunately,
tell.
there's no. Wait, let me click on this link and see what happens.
There's
Okay,
just
this is
no
nothing.
way to know.
This is just a press release thing. It's just insane to me.
Yeah. It's just a.
I just don't get it.
Uh,
I don't get where the money's going.
I can't tell you anything. The only thing I can think of is they're either trying to work on efficiency and trying to make the technology more efficient by either making it smaller, easier to handle, or using less energy, or using less expensive tech. Or, I don't know what honestly I can tell you there, because they're not going high end. So if you're just gonna stay like middle ground or consumer level, or try to be consumer friendly and affordable,
Yeah.
then the only direction you can go for is try to make the tech cheaper, more efficient, less cost effective, and that's the only thing I can think of that would help them, because
Yeah. I mean, another thing is they also just have to have more things to buy when you buy a headset.
also
I mean, it really shows a lot that, like, honestly, the only VR thing that I know of that is still going strong is VR chat. Like, that's literally the only game that I know that's still going strong
wait.
and that's still relatively making money.
what about all those other VR chat like games? What about
Well,
those?
I
I'm sure
know-
those
I
survived.
know the kids one actually is.
Rec Room. Oh yeah,
Like,
Rec
the
Room.
Rec Room. I know
remember.
Rec Room is still going.
I remember
still
that
around.
because someone asked me to play that one time on stream, and I'm like, I have no idea what that is, and that sounds more like the kind of place you'd stick your kid into when you don't have a babysitter.
Yeah.
It's just,
So I mean, I know that one still exists. I don't know how it's making money, but it is. But like, I know VR chat is relatively still making.
they're tricking the
money.
kids into buying it. That's it. They're tricking the kids into buying some
I
small
think it's- I think
microtransactions.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's probably. I mean, it's probably running off the Roblox model, right?
Mm,
If Roblox
Probably.
can do it, they can do it.
yes. Hey man, free labor off of kids building levels and stuff and skins and all this other stuff. It's
Yeah,
great.
pretty much. Pretty much.
Let's see. All right then, Jolly. Then we're talking since we're talking about VR. What else?
Yeah.
What was your third? What's the third thing, or do you still want to
let's see,
talk about how?
The third thing is honestly the third thing is not related in any way. So
Holy crap!
I had 3 individual topics, and honestly, I think I'm gonna save the third one. I'm
Okay.
gonna save the third one for a bit.
Okay.
Because that one it's really out of left field. I just saw the article and I was like, what? And then,
You
and
surprised?
then
Okay.
a deep dive happened, and I'll surprise you next week with that one.
All right. That sounds
crazy,
good.
unless something crazy happens, I'll talk about it. It'll be a tune in next time type of
You're like,
deal.
oh, he's just coming. You're like, Malcolm, look, this thing. You're like, what?
You cut off. You cut
Oh,
off.
you know, you just start yelling. You're like, Malcolm, look, this thing. Like, what? What is this thing, huh?
Yeah.
Surprise the hell out of me. Is it an NFT again? No.
I promise it doesn't involve crypto
Oh, thank
for now.
goodness. Oh.
for now.
Oh.
I mean, okay, here, let me put this way. It could eventually. In
No.
a week, honestly, it could
No.
start. But I don't
No.
think it's likely. Let me put it this way, Malcolm. If I were to put a rating of a 1 to 10, of 10 being the most likely, 1 being very unlikely of this somehow having crypto behind it,
Yeah.
I'd give it like a 2 or 3,
Oh, thank
which
goodness.
is very low.
Thank
But I'm not
goodness.
saying it's not a 0 though.
Oh, no.
It's not a 0.
Oh. Can't
It's
believe
okay.
you've done this.
It's okay.
Just watch it. Watch it. Just somehow the universe wants to spite me. And like,
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me in a week. All of a sudden, it turns out to be a crypto scam. It wouldn't
Swear to
surprise me.
God.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Swear to God, Jelly.
Look, it's not my fault. It's just they just keep popping up everywhere.
I mean, look, if people find a way to make money off it, they will, which sucks.
They will. They
Stop trying to like nickel and dime everything, please. Some people want to do it just for the sheer. Some people want to do stuff just for the sheer fun of it. Please let them, assholes. Not everything has to be a money adventure.
will. So, I see. Unfortunately, I wanted to talk about one other thing. I forgot to bookmark it / like it
Oh,
or favorite it on my website things. So I know. Okay. So I know
Yeah.
the top. I know it, and it's gonna go off of Meta as well. It's gonna congregate off of Meta. The problem is I don't remember the context, so
Oh no.
we're gonna have to do some asterisks of I don't remember the exact context. But it's also speaking of what you were talking about slightly earlier about Meta selling your data, Alcom.
Oh, great.
So Meta has a Meta, I think, from what I remember, Meta has a thing like oh my god.
ChatGPT.
Yes. They have a thing like that, right?
Yeah.
If you ask Meta's AI for in the example, this guy asked the Meta AI to find the nearest McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
It knew exactly where the nearest McDonald's
Yeah.
was.
He like,
It
where is
knew
it?
his exact location. It knew exact location, and when you asked it, it lied.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
didn't. It said it was a lucky guess, basically.
Yeah, no, I remember it was trying to trick it into saying like, "Where's my location?" It's like, I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
don't actually have that information. Where's the nearest McDonald's next to me? Oh, the nearest McDonald's next to you is right here. It just, how did you know
knows
that?
exactly where you are?
It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and when you ask like something like ChatGD, oh my god, why can't I say this word, Alcom?
GED.
I'm having a stroke. Anyway,
Yeah.
this other AI program that everyone knows and can pronounce, but I can't for some reason.
Hmm.
When you ask it for the nearest McDonald's, it tells you.
Yeah.
But you ask, how do you know this? How do you know this information? It tells you that it uses Google Maps, and because Google Maps knows your location, it knows your location.
That's a load
So
of
if you
bull.
turned, well, the thing is, I think from at least from my knowledge and from what I remember, if you turned Google Maps, Google Maps is like location stuff off,
Yeah.
it won't know.
Yeah.
It just won't know because it
And
just uses Google Maps. It uses Google Maps, and if you turn it off, it won't know.
Yeah. So
So it just uses the Google Maps' best thing.
So somehow it
So, I mean-
knows anyway. Yeah, suspicious.
No. The other one doesn't.
Oh.
The Meta one probably, but this one apparently, from at least from what I remember, it says
Mhm.
the person said if you turned if I turn Google Maps' thing off,
Mhm.
it'll just say a random it'll just say your last known or like it still has some information of your location because your phone knows where it knows your
Yeah.
phone, right? Like it knows like it knows enough to make an educated guess, but it won't like it's not gonna like give you a random location in a different country.
Like here, the nearest.
But that's also
McDonald's
because
yeah.
because most people have location stuff on,
Yeah.
so it can use something like that. But I think the biggest thing is that it doesn't. The other one doesn't tell you why, or it doesn't tell you how it knows your location, and Chat GDP does tell you how it knows because it uses Google Maps. It says, "How do you know my location? How did you know this? How did you find this location?" And it tells you, "I use Google Maps." Basically, it tells you a little bit more. It gives you like a whole paragraph, but the basic the gist of it is, I use Google Maps, and Google Maps knows your location, so I knew the nearest location of you on Google Maps. So it's like, oh, okay. It gives a
makes-
reasonable explanation, you know?
That makes
But
sense.
the Meta one it just straight up lies to you and tells you, it's like, do you know my location? No. Where's the nearest McDonald's? Here's the nearest McDonald's to your exact location.
How
Do you know where
that?
my location? No. How do you know that? It was a lucky guess.
Uh-huh.
It's
Lucky
such a
my
blatant
ass.
lie. Yeah, it's such a blatant lie, you know?
Because you can train a chat off of algorithms and stuff that it picks up online, but it doesn't generally know how to lie. It just follows a
Yeah,
core. It just follows some core
it just
little.
follows programming.
Yeah. Or like
Yeah.
if they ask you this, give false answer. If they ask you this and they answer positively or falsely, respond this way. It's just that, but just far more advanced. That's all. It's just funny. It's funny though. They know way too. It knows more than it leads on. But
Oh yeah, 100%.
yeah,
My problem isn't that the fact that it knows. My problem is that it lies. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
honestly, I
okay.
understand that I might be on the controversial side on this, but I don't really care too much about how much data all these companies have on us.
Hmm.
I'm more concerned. I'm not concerned about how much information they have. I'm concerned about how they've lied about how they gathered it and like what they're doing with it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like if you told me, "Hey, if you use this, we're going to know these things." I'd be like, "Okay." And then I can make an educated guess on what like I can make a decision on that, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, "Hey, we're going to get this information from you and we're going to use it for this reason." Then I can say, okay, I'm going to decide what I can make I can make a decision based on that. My problem is they lied about it. You know what I mean?
We're just. We're just a few years away from Skynet. I swear.
Honestly, Outcome, I would say probably not.
They're gonna start lying to us and be like, "No, did you take the
I
passcode for
think
the
you're
new?"
giving
No.
I think you're giving them too much credit. I think you're giving the people who are programming these things too much credit because like not to say what everyone's thinking out loud, but the biggest thing that's going to happen in the next couple of years is that all the porn bots are just going to get really annoying. They're just going to be everywhere, and it's going to be so annoying to get like actual social interaction and social media because the bots are going to be everywhere.
You're talking about
And
the
they're gonna
bots
be
that. You're talking about the pussy and bio bots?
not just those, but
Oh,
there's
okay.
YouTube ones as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Those
those.
those ones are actually honestly the Twitter ones are bad.
Yeah.
The YouTube ones are actually really clever, Alchem. Because the YouTube ones give you positive comments. They don't just say that; they give you positive comments,
Mhm.
and their profile picture is the scam.
Wow.
But the actual comment itself is like actually encouraging and stuff like that. It's like positive reinforcement almost
Oh yeah. Well, you
to
don't.
encourage people to interact with the comment.
You mentioned that, and I thought I had this idea once before. I had this idea a few days ago with how, like, I'm thinking my brain's going to Twitter for this, but it might implement to other things too eventually.
Twitter's not
I
smart
f-
enough, so
no,
probably won't happen.
I feel like what's gonna happen is that soon, instead of getting rid of bots, what they're just gonna do is just like let bots stay and program and implement their own bots, but to spread positivity and respond to your chat and things with positive responses, and
Um,
maybe have a little bit of ads or like uh, try to like sell
that,
you shit.
that's what I was gonna say. The only reason that would happen is if they could sell something.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they can't, if that can't happen, then that is like false engagement, which is not good.
How can you tell if it's a positive response though?
It doesn't matter about whether it's positive or negative. What it matters is if someone's actually interacting with it to sell something.
Hmm. True.
Which is why the YouTube comments work, because you're more likely in a positive comment, you're more likely to look at someone's profile,
It's true.
which is why the YouTube ones can work.
I think it might back. I think it might work on for what's it called, for Twitter, considering that most people are trying to like grow, like just tricking the
It could
algorithm.
potentially.
Yeah.
It could potentially. I mean, it's like I
Yeah.
mean to be honest, like the fact that the bot the all those
Hmm?
porn bots exist on Twitter just shows how effective it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because just spam replying to everyone
And they grow.
Works.
It
It
grows.
works.
It gets the attention. It grows. It
Like,
works.
I haven't done it. Obviously, I haven't spammed people, but like
Time to
me, I've replied to more people on Twitter,
Yeah.
and I gained followers from that. I'm like,
Time to start
I-
doing
my
that for me
Twitter-
too.
My Twitter was pretty. I very rarely gained followers, other than all the art bots, all the
Yeah.
art people, commissioning bots people. But I've actually gained some followers that I'm pretty sure are real. I'm like, huh.
I'm trying to
Interesting.
actually. I'm trying. Hilariously, I thought I need to start responding to things that I like and basically like flesh out what I am interested in. And
Yeah.
when I started to do that, I started to see more people doing that. I'm like, why? Oh, because that's now how the algorithm works. I'm like,
It's
Huh.
they only care about interact or
Mhm.
engagement.
yep.
So it's replying and quote retweeting.
And that's what I'm gonna
Because
try.
actually retweeting things is actually like not as good as quote
Retweeting.
Oh my god, I can't speak. I'm having a stroke, Alco. Quote retweeting
Jelly.
is what they care
Jelly.
about.
Jelly. Say Chat
I don't
GPT.
know, no, stop making fun of me. I refuse. I'm running away.
No, don't run away. Oh my god, there he goes. Oh yeah. Anyways, that Chat GPT, huh? That's.
I'm not. I refuse to talk about it anymore. I'm
You
going.
know. You know what? Jelly. Whenever you get the chance, just go. Well, I mean, it's gonna be hard to find all of them. I was gonna challenge yourself. Go back and look at all the times you mispronounced Chat GPT.
I don't want to. Well, that's gonna be like it's gonna be like that problem is that luckily, actually that probably wouldn't take too long because we only talked about it near the end.
Yeah.
And I can see the exact timestamp of it too.
Yeah.
So
I'm,
honestly, it wouldn't be that difficult, but
I'm saying solid 8. Solid 8.
probably it's. I don't think it's in the double digit. Okay, well that depends. Do you count the times where I just purposely didn't say the word?
No.
Because there are times where I just said AI instead.
Yeah. I noticed that. I noticed you tried to recover by just not saying
I just stopped saying the word, which is what I do when I can't pronounce something. I just replace it.
it. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah, but that's definitely that's what Twitter cares about. They only care about engagement.
Time to engage
It's why
with more
views
stuff.
it's why views actually mean nothing. Like it's a nice number to look at. It's nice to see,
Yeah.
but like overall, unfortunately, views mean very little. It's like like that art that we got everyone to see out
Yeah, yeah. Like
That
the views
that
meant
one-
nothing. And that part didn't mean that much to
that
me.
that one it meant a little bit more because that time you actually knew people were looking at it.
Yeah. I'm like,
Because
God,
it was on
fucking.
purpose. Like it was targeted. We all targeted you for that one.
Yeah,
But generally,
thanks.
views don't mean anything.
Yeah. The part that
And
concerned me was the bookmarks.
The bookmarks were so funny.
That's the part that
admit it,
concerned me.
I'll admit it. I bookmarked it just to
You
scare
bitch. And then it just started to climb.
well, the thing is, when you mention bookmarks, it always gets more bookmarks.
Oh, for
I
fuck's sake.
bookmarked it at first just to see.
See,
if you would
hilarious-
notice, and
see, I don't-
And then when I checked again, I was like, "Damn! Like 6 other people bookmarked it."
This is the part I don't
And
understand
They're not
why.
all the jokes.
This
It's
is-
not only jokes too. There are some people that seriously bookmarked it.
This is what I don't understand. Like, I literally am this. Like, I don't trick people. I don't, like, honeypot people into being like, oh, look at this. This is me. I am this sexy
but
avatar. I
I'll
do
tell
it
you-
on Twitter because it's funny because that's my avatar
Some
and I
peop-
use them. But on
Yeah.
stream, here you go.
Sometimes it makes it better though for some people.
The dick makes it cuter.
Look,
Sorry,
man,
that-
I don't want to be too serious, but I have literally gotten that comment before when people thought I was a girl. So like,
I'm still remembering some stuff you told me in the past that made me
I've
laugh
told
my
you
ass off.
when
Yeah.
people thought I was a girl. I've told you the stories, and
Yeah.
you can't tell me that like.
I know. And
some
I made
people
me
are weird,
laugh.
man.
And it made me laugh. It made me laugh. It still makes me laugh. Because, hey, man.
It was
look.
really funny.
Look, some like parasocial relationships are real. Some
They
people
are.
get really, really attached to their VTuber.
They get very
It's
invested.
just- yeah, they get invested in a VTuber, especially or any person, any.
I wasn't
social
even
media.
a VTuber at that point. I
Yeah, you
wasn't a
weren't.
VTuber at that
Yeah,
point.
you. Oh yeah, you were just on Kisu's stream. You just appeared there, and then people were like, "Hey."
Yeah.
It
I was on
literally.
Kisu.
Yeah, they do the Spider-Man
on-
thing. Reach out. Hey.
Yeah, I was on Kisu's, yours, and Lubus's stream.
Yeah. I still thought that was funny.
And at the time, GG's. At the time,
Yeah.
GG's as well.
But hey,
Alright,
that's why I still
well-
find it weird. But yeah, well,
Yeah. Well, welcome. Other than that, any final things to say about the topics?
Overwatch is. I still say
Overwatch
it's.
makes me sad.
I still say it is basically okay. It may not be dead, but it's got one foot in the
It's
grave,
not-
considering it's
Let me
killed
put it
off
this
its
way.
PvP. Except it is a PvP game, which is fine. It's killed off
Well-
its PvE route. Like literally,
Yeah.
it canceled that.
Yeah.
It killed off the
Uh,
pro gaming PvP. There we go.
Yeah. The
Better.
problem I have with calling it a dead game is that it's not a dead game or a dying game because it's not. I do agree that Overwatch 2 is dead. But a dead game or a dying game? No. But Overwatch 2 doesn't exist. But the
Okay.
game, what exists is Overwatch 1. It's a Overwatch 1.5 patch.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
I'll
The
say
2 in
this.
Overwatch 2 doesn't exist anymore.
I'll say this. Blizzard is for Overwatch 2. It's digging its own grave. It's not dead yet, but
Yeah.
man, is it taking some steps backwards. And
They are like, I mean, with the decisions they're making now, at least they know what it is, so they can start selling it to the proper audience, to the PvP 5v5 audience
yeah,
that does exist.
I'm sure they do somewhere.
Because they were just because everything else was just false, was just lies.
No PvE, no nothing. How dare they lie to us?
Okay, luckily for me, I got plenty of games that will hit that niche for me.
And as for meta, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how they're getting their money.
Oh.
VR is a very niche thing.
No,
There's
we
no
know
way.
we know where they're getting their money, Alchem.
Stop selling my information, goddamn. Well, granted, you don't have it. I never signed up for you.
Yes, they do.
bitch.
Oh, did you never have Facebook?
I had it once a long ass time ago, but I never used it
then
before. So all they have is
they have it.
all they have is my name and nothing more. So like
They're
okay.
selling your old information.
I never posted. I made an account.
If you made an account, they had something, and that's what they're selling.
How dare they? I literally made one account. I made an account for them once, and then probably made them probably a couple bucks. How dare they? And I got
Probably.
nothing. But yeah,
Yeah.
and
I had a Facebook account for a while. I used it in high school. A lot.
I'm just thinking, what else is there? Anything else? No. And what was the
there
other?
VR stuff and the VR stuff.
I'm trying to think. What was our other topic? Our other
Um,
topic was
It was
I'm like,
meta. Oh, the AI stuff.
Meta these huevos in your.
The meta AI stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, there was
Knowing
two.
location and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
There's
that's
two
it.
meta things.
Yeah,
we'll have
chat
a,
chat
third-
GPT. Yeah.
No, the AI stuff.
No, chat GPT.
No, it's AI.
God damn it.
Anyway, I'll go do your shoutouts.
All right. Like you are so done with it. Like I don't want to hear you make me say it anymore. All right.
I refuse. I'm never saying that word ever again.
So those watching live on stream and those watching on YouTube, for those curious, my name is Alchem. I'm your Tanuki VTuber, shape-shifting wonder and troublemaker. I just play games on Twitch and also on my YouTube channel. I basically just live stream when I feel like doing so. Mostly it's during weekdays. You can catch me on Twitch and on YouTube. I also post stuff on Twitter, where I either post model stuff or just goofy stuff that I find interesting. On TikTok, I'm trying to put more stuff out there, but few and far between because I honestly do not find myself enough time to make content there. But if you guys stop by and enjoy, feel free to. Also, I'm gonna chill here. For those are interested in any of my content, on the 11th, I'll be hosting a 24-hour stream. I haven't ironed out all the details yet, but hopefully I will soon. So if you follow, you'll get more information on what's gonna
11th
go
of what,
on there.
Malcolm?
11th of
what?
May. 10th of
There
May.
you go.
10th of May into the 11th. So, but yeah, just
Mark
check all those
calendars.
channels out
May
and
10th.
check all those channels out there, and hope you enjoy.
Noise. Okay, everyone. My name is Detective Jelly. I am the other host. You can find me on YouTube mostly. I mostly spend my time on YouTube. I also have a Twitch, but it's on the same time as YouTube. I'd appreciate it if you check out the YouTube personally. That's where I put most of my effort. I also have a Twitter and an Instagram and a TikTok. At some point, I will figure out what to do with the whole shorts thing and TikToks. I'm think I've pretty much decided that it will be of this podcast because unfortunately for me at least, the gaming shorts and TikToks just tanked, and it made me sad, and I don't like being sad. So I
the
stopped.
algorithm for gaming on TikTok died. It's now they're trying to do,
It's
from
weird.
what I understand,
It's
it's a
weird.
long form.
Yeah,
Or
it's
the-
long form.
Yeah.
The problem
Uh,
is that all those TikToks they really want 60 seconds, and
Yeah,
that,
I'm
those
just
won't
like,
take 60
yeah, good luck with that.
Well, yeah, so there will eventually be shorts and TikToks of this podcast, and probably on my channels at least. And I'll have to ask Alcom if he wants me to send them. I don't know how I would, but I'll be the one editing them. So if Alcom wants them,
I
can
just
figure
like
something-
put
we'll figure
yeah,
something out.
yeah. He
We'll talk
sends me,
about
and I'll just type it and edited by Jelly. Jelly did all this work.
Yeah. We'll see. The right now the plan for it is maybe once a week to see, but I don't know. The problem is I'm doing so much stuff already. So yeah, if you like to hear the before and after scenes of this podcast, those on YouTube, you can check out my Patreon account. It's for patreon.com/the Techno Jelly if you want to hear the before scenes where I talk to myself until Alcom arrives, and the after scenes where I talk to Alcom and his chat for a little bit. So check those things out. Thank you everyone for watching, and we will all see you next week. See ya.
Later, guys.
Okay. That outro was just like my intro. It was a disaster.
It's all right. Don't worry. As long as you didn't mispronounce words again, and you didn't hit your mic.
Yeah, this time I didn't hit my mic. I just tried.
Yeah. As far as everyone else, as far as chat is concerned, or is aware, I did not have a gripping battle with their mic this time.
Well, that time it only happened in the before section, so you have to pay me money in order to see that one.
Yes. But yeah, thanks guys for popping in. I hope you guys enjoyed. In terms of,
How do we know Jelly isn't a grilled cheeses? You don't know.
you don't know, they're a grill. This was a good podcast, but I like the last one better. It's not as engaging when the mic doesn't attack Jelly. Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Jelly just needs like a little. He needs to implement like a motorized thing on his mic's arm. It just like kind of starts swinging wildly at it.
Constant fight.
I don't know. I just made myself remember that one thing where the guy made a little motorized tentacle in a box and he gave it a knife. He's like, I just made a motorized knife wielding tentacle and I don't know how to turn it off. Anyone is willing to come to my house and turn it off, please do. I love that video.
Would you be willing, Alcom?
Fuck no, I'm not gonna get torn apart by a knife wielding tentacle in a box.
Wouldn't either. I was just asking.
I still thought that was hilarious. He's explaining this calmly, and you literally see this box with a tentacle with a knife attached to it, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like
It reminds me. That kind of reminds me of like speaking of something is being explained calmly.
Yeah.
My dad, when he was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest memories of my dad and my granddad that he has of my dad was my granddad was watching golf or something like that.
Yeah.
My dad, I think he was not a teenager yet, so he was like tweens or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was making something in the kitchen. He walks into the living room while my granddad was watching golf or something like that, and he's like, "Dad's, the kitchen's on fire." He's like, "Pour some water on it or something." He's like, "Okay." My dad's like, "Okay." Very calmly, by the way, very calmly, like exactly how I'm saying it. Comes back a couple minutes later. Dad, it didn't work.
What do you mean it didn't work?
And he was like, "What?"
Didn't work.
It didn't work. He's like, "You put a towel on it, water on it." Yeah, it didn't work. It's still the kitchen's still on fire. Very calmly. My granddad says, "Fine," gets up, walks into the kitchen. The kitchen is ablaze. Like it is the stove is like completely on fire. Like he was making like fries or something like that.
Oh my god.
And like it just torched. It just went up, and like the wall was on fire. near the kitchen. Like it was on fire, like
Huh.
on fire. Luckily, no one got hurt or anything like that, and like they got the fire down. But it will be forever known as how my dad sometimes should probably properly say how panicked they actually are, because according to my dad, he was full on panic mode, but didn't show it for some reason. It's very
Very good.
amusing, and it also reminds me I'm very like that too. I get it from my dad.
Yeah, yo, hey guys. Yeah, kitchen's on fire. Jelly,
Kitchen's
what
on
do you-
fire.
is it bad? It's
I mean,
just on
to be
fire.
fair, that did happen one year when the first year I went camping with my friends, I
I can just imagine.
very badly stubbed my toe. I stubbed my
Yeah.
toe so bad that it wasn't broken, I don't think,
Yeah.
but it like was literally purple. at one point.
Huh.
And when my because we were swimming in the lake, and when we were swimming in during camping, and when I got out, I think
Yeah.
I think I hit a rock or something like that when I was
That sounds horrible. I don't want to know.
and I said ow, all that type of stuff, and then they asked me if I'm okay. I was like, yeah, I'm totally fine. As we're walking, I'm like, man, it hurts to walk, and they're like, you okay? You're kind of slowing down. I'm like, yeah, I'm totally fine. When
Oh,
we got
good.
to the camp, I sat down. I was like, it should be fine. Looked at my toe. The whole thing was purple. I was like, I'm sure it's fine.
Starts having gangrene developing, like the
No,
foot.
luckily, by the time because that was like the first. Funny enough, that was like the first day we were there. We were there for 4 days.
Oh my
or something like
lord.
It might have been the second day. So
Man,
that's why jelly's a purple slime. Yeah, Jesus, that's why.
just holy
Luckily,
fuck, that
like I
sounds-
said, it wasn't broken or anything like that. It was just a really bad stub. I like
Oh.
bruised it basically, and I just didn't walk a lot. That's all. I mean, luckily we stayed at the campsite for the most part. Anyway, they did a couple hikes and stuff like that, but like, it's fine. I didn't mind.
Glad to hear it wasn't so bad, but Jesus Christ, that still sounds.
Yeah.
No, it probably was bad. You just didn't like know how to convey the seriousness of the situation there.
I mean,
It's
overall
Jelly, your
it
fo-
was fine.
Jelly, your foot's coming off. I'm okay. Like, all right. I guess. Poor
Yeah.
Jelly.
I mean, like I said, overall it was fine.
Oh, yeah. I am the panic type. Well, no, I tend to like downplay stuff, but at the same time, I have to like express how bad it is sometimes, because or no, I have to learn to express myself better when I'm trying to convey the seriousness of a situation. Otherwise, yeah, it doesn't just like everyone thinks it's not so bad. Thankfully, I've learned I've learned how to handle situations very well, for the most part. So when I sound like I'm downplaying something, I at least know how to handle it. It's only when I
Yeah,
really, really, really can't that I'm just like, I panic and I'm going, help, shit's gone
Yeah.
bad, shit's gone really, really bad.
Yeah. I was gonna say something and I forgot. Unlucky.
No.
Um,
I think though, want to go ahead and call it a wrap for now.
Sure. I mean, I don't mind talking for a little bit more if you want to keep going, but I'm fine with stopping.
I'm good with stopping. So
All right.
for next time, well, we'll have everything at our
Hopefully-
normal time.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure Sunday is fine.
Okay, for next time.
week, So
Gotcha.
yeah, it's because I've got a couple things. It should be ending this week. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well.
All right.
Yeah.
So I
Thanks.
will talk to you later, Alcom. I also have to message if you the group on for Wednesday.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
We'll see what we're playing and stuff like that.
Yeah. We'll do
I don't know
that.
if we
But
want to do more Lethal Company or not.
I don't
or-
mind. That shit is always fun to. I always enjoy that game.
I do find it. I know Zeke kind of wants to play something new.
I know.
if I remember correctly. If I talked to him a couple times, but
Hey, if you want to do
we
something,
still have Borderlands 2 as well.
yeah,
everything on
honestly, I'm good for whatever. I am very open with that.
Yeah.
As long
There's
as
a lot of games we have on the docket though.
as long as everyone's
There's, like,
up for it. Because,
Borderlands. I know we at some point talked about Valheim, but I know you play a lot of Valheim, so I don't know if you.
I am
have some
perfectly
data on
fine
that.
with continuing that. It's more the company you join with. That's why I have a lot of
Yeah.
fun with Knight.
I mean,
With
for me,
Seki.
Valheim
I'm
is
having a
complete.
lot
I
of fun with
played
me.
it when I played Valheim.
With me, I have
Yeah.
way too much fun. I'm having, yeah.
Okay, first of all, Alcom, you can't compare things when you're playing with Mia because I don't. I think you could be doing literally anything with Mia, and I think you'd be enjoying it. And I mean literally anything. I think that's an unfair. That's an unfair way to gauge things. I'll be real with you.
Don't judge me.
I'm not judging you. I'm just saying that you shouldn't gauge things how well it's going when you're doing with Mia, because I think that is an unfair vantage point.
Literally have fun playing. You want to know something? What's
Literally
funny?
anything.
You want to know what's funny? I never was the one who enjoyed the Fortnite festival thing, like the rock band thing. But now when I'm playing with her, I'm actually having a lot of fun with it.
I didn't even know that was a thing, honestly.
Yeah,
Like I knew that was a thing, but I forgot that was a thing.
yeah. I kind of just didn't touch it that much, but now I'm playing with her and I'm
Yeah.
having fun with it. It's great.
I actually updated Fortnite recently, only because it's like the only thing installed on Epic other than Balloons Tower Defense.
Oh yeah, I gotta try that one later. I never.
Well,
I still-
it was free on Epic. It was free on Epic. Balloons Tower Defense 6 or something like that. And I
Let's
played it. I'm
try
like,
that.
man, this is fun. I'm glad I didn't have to pay for it, but I'm glad it's fun.
I'll
for
try
free.
it out then when I can.
Oh, it's not free anymore, Alcom.
No, god damn
It
it.
was free. It was free like months and months and months ago. I've
I
had it
miss-
for.
No
it was
wonder
free last
everyone
year.
was playing it for a while back for no reason.
Yeah,
I
it
was
was free on
wondering.
Epic for a while.
Son of a bitch. I missed my chance. Ah, well.
Yeah.
But, alright then, Jelly.
Yeah, I will talk to you all later. See you.
Later, Jelly. See ya.
Welcome. Bye, Ted.
Bye. Alright, and let me go ahead and hop out too. So, chat, while Jelly's still here, I'm going to go ahead and call it for the night. I hope you guys all have a great night. Thanks everyone who came in and joined in. I know it was a late night stream, especially for the podcast. It should just be this one time, unless there's ever an emergency thing. We'll make sure. We'll make sure to notify. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week. I'm trying to see. I don't believe I'll be doing anything tomorrow. So I do hope you guys enjoy your Sunday. Please take care. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday. But yeah. Good night, guys. Well, maybe I might do something on nah. If I do, I'll surprise everyone. But if not, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I will see you guys on next time, and please have a good rest of your night. Bye, guys.